Hi, my name is Janae and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my labor and delivery experience. So let's just hop right into this video. Throughout my pregnancy, I actually had high blood pressure. So I was a high risk pregnancy. And when you have high blood pressure, you're at a greater risk for developing preeclampsia. I didn't develop preeclampsia, so that's awesome. But my doctors wanted to induce me. And they wanted to induce me at 36 weeks, but I thought that was a little bit too early. You know, I wanted my baby to cook a little bit more. So I asked if I could be induced later, and they agreed. So I actually was scheduled to be induced when I was 37 weeks and 6 days. So just one day shy of being 38 weeks. I actually was scheduled to be induced on February 9th. And when you are scheduled to be induced, you're pretty much like not really top priority, because women who are naturally going in, to labor have priority over you. So actually I was scheduled to be induced at like 1 p.m. on the 9th, but I actually didn't go to the hospital to be induced until February 10th at 2 a.m. So I went in on February 10th at 2 in the morning, and I went to my room, and it was me and my boyfriend. We were there ready, to be induced. I actually ended up getting a COVID test while I was there, and it came back positive. Oh my goodness. So that made the experience super different. And it made it, less enjoyable and more difficult, because now we had to be secluded. We had to be in a room, that was like the air ventilation would like suck out and go out. But also, once I was diagnosed with COVID, I was really like, oh my gosh, damn, I have COVID. I was super asymptomatic. I didn't even know I had it. And I was like, so you mean I can't kiss my baby? I was like, oh my gosh, like I was super nervous, and like I just didn't know what to expect. So I kept my mask on all the time. I was trying to be considerate, I tried to be clean. I didn't try and, touch on stuff, but yeah. After I was diagnosed with COVID, we learned that we could not leave the hospital. Like my boyfriend, he couldn't leave to like go like pick something up, go grab some food, oh, let me go change, things like that, even though, he had his hospital bag and stuff, so he wasn't leaving to go change anyway. But he couldn't leave for anything. And they actually told us before we even got there, like, hey, you need to leave your car seat and, all your baby stuff in the car. So our car seat was in the car, and we weren't allowed to leave. And if he left, he would not be able to come back. So it was just crazy. Outside, all the nurses and things like that had to be in full PPE. So sometimes they really weren't trying to come in there if we needed things, which I understand, but it's like, okay. But I actually had really great nurses. Like they were all just magnificent, like all of them. I was actually in labor for 2 days after being induced with the pills and like, the IV. And I was not dilating past 4 centimeters. And they even broke my water. I just was not progressing. And my baby's heart rate started to accelerate, which they didn't like. It wasn't good. So after 2 days of being induced, now it is February 12th, my doctor was like, come on, let's just like, we got to do the C-section, because if anything was going to happen, it would have happened already, so I was like, yep, you're right. So we started getting prepped for surgery, and I started getting shaved and like wiped down and stuff like that. And my anesthesiologist was coming and explaining to me all the reasons why I could die, and like, okay, yeah, you could die, sign this so that we're not liable if you do. Once that happened, I went back to the surgery room, and he was trying to put, I don't know, the numbing solution. I don't know what it was called, but he was trying to put it into my spine to numb me so I could have surgery. And once that happened, then my boyfriend would come. But it was not working, and I was in a lot of pain. I was having contractions while they were doing this. I was slipping. I could not be held steady by the nurses. I was in pain, and I was scared, and it was just a lot going on. People were asking me questions. So I ended up having to be put to sleep, which was scary. Like while that was happening, you know, they were like, well, you know, since the medicine's not working, you're probably gonna have to be put to sleep. So I was just like, okay, cool. I don't want to be put to sleep. So I told them, I was like, I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. I was freaking out. All I saw was people running around, and I heard my baby's heart rate just accelerating. And then finally, you know, I laid down on the table. And the anesthesiologist, he put like a breathing mask over my face and was like, this is just oxygen. And he had it like on my face wrong. So also, if you are put to sleep when you get a C-section, you can't have anyone with you. It's just you. So my boyfriend wasn't even able to be there when our son was born. He was super like upset, you know, he was like, I can't see him be born. And I was like, I didn't see him be born either, you know. I was knocked out. He had it on my face wrong, so I couldn't breathe. So I was like, stop, you know, I moved it. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was freaking out. The nurses were trying to console me, and he was just like, it's just oxygen. And I was like, I know it's not oxygen because you just told me I was getting put to sleep. So then the last thing I remember was having the mask over my face, and then I looked up at the lights, and then I woke up, and I was super groggy, looking around, feeling doped up and stuff. And I was like, where's my baby? And then one of the nurses showed me my baby, which was a super awesome moment. Like, it was totally worth it, even though C-sections, man. It was super difficult, the recovery. It hurt. I have not had a vaginal delivery, so I don't know what that's like. But I still feel like I would choose that over getting a C-section, because just the recovery alone, it's not like terrible, but just laughing hurts, coughing, and I was put to sleep, so I actually had a breathing tube put down my throat. So I was coughing, like my throat really hurt, not because I had COVID, but because I had that breathing tube shoved down my throat. So anytime I tried to cough, anytime I tried to laugh, moving too sudden, like, you know, trying to turn, sitting down, all of that, it was just painful. It was all painful. So I would not wish that on anybody, the pain. And trying to use the bathroom is just all very difficult. But just being able to see the baby and, you know, be healthy, like everything like that is super, it's just awesome. You know, I thank God. There's so much that goes into having a baby. It's like ridiculous. Also, my boyfriend had to like sneak out. You know, we had a super nice nurse who was like, you know, because they were trying to say he couldn't come back even if he had to go get the car seat. But she helped us. Like, you know, he came, he got the car seat and brought it back up so we could leave. This is my birth story. Thank you for watching. C-section mamas, vaginal all mamas, you guys are strong. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.